can't do it.
To another edition of Ask Mathis. I'm your host, Reginald Mathis, and rocking with me is my brother, Wild Man Teddy T, aka Baron Theo Mound-builder.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Chilling, man, chilling, man. So it's a lot going on, man. So this is coming up on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. His actual birthday was yesterday, January 15th, which is also Founders Day for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Went to a nice little rooftop situation, with the K's last night. It's nice situation, man. So right now, man, I see Steph want to talk about these fires in California, man. So what is it about the wildfires, out in California, Steph, that you want to bring to the people's attention, or what's something that you want to discuss as far as these wildfires go?
Just a current event. Seems like it's being turned political, like everything.
I mean, 60 square miles have been, decimated, by these fires. And, of course, President-elect Trump is blaming it on Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, basically saying that some fire hydrants don't have water in it, and other stuff that's going on, just some of the usual stuff. So I'm glad he's coming back to power. So let's see, man. I'm here for it. Fix it all. Just wave your magic wand. Fix it all, man. He gonna fix it, right? So that's what it is, man. I'm a believer. I'm gonna sit over in the column and just say, hey, talk to the man on Pennsylvania Avenue. He say he gonna fix it all. So he gonna fix it all, man. You see, he told them folks in Gaza, he said, man, y'all better have this thing situated. Y'all better have this thing. He said, y'all better have this thing situated by the top before I take office. Before I take office, y'all better have it situated, man. Because when I come in, bro, I'm telling you, I'm letting Benjamin Netanyahu. I might let him use a nuke on y'all, man.
Benji, okay.
I might let him use a nuke on y'all, man. How I'm feeling right now, man. I might let him use a nuke.
You see, a reporter asked
Biden who should get the credit.
Yeah, who should get credit?
He said, "What, are you kidding? Is that a joke? Are you kidding? Is that a joke?
You kidding me?"
I feel him, but bruh, it is what it is, man. You can't.
I wanted to talk about Trump and Obama at Carter's
funeral. I mean, it is what it is. Listen, bruh.
Like that was so candid.
Listen, bruh.
You couldn't get it no better than that.
Listen. You only have you got Trump, you got Biden, you have Obama, you have Clinton, you have Bush. You got 5 living presidents left, right? In this entire history, of this nation, you have 5.
That's crazy.
So I say put it in perspective, right? With just 5. When we look at the NBA, let's look at Jimmy Butler. Look at his situation. He stands to make $52 million next year on his current contract. And you look at that, you're like, man, that's a lot of money, right? Which it is a lot of money.
Right.
But you're on a 12-man roster, and you one of the top on a 12-man roster. That's why you get bread like that. So 5 in the history of this nation, You know what I mean? If you look at it in terms of like NBA and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like, so of course, you know, they had to go in there. I already know the conversation without seeing it. You know, Obama was like, "Bro, Daddy, boy, you hit him, boy. Daddy." He say, "Daddy, say, boy, Daddy, you hit him on the head," because you know he got a nickname for him, and he got to go. You gotta take it. You know, from a former president, he's sonning you, because it's just like in a fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
Obama was there before you, and he served 2 terms, regardless of, he was a big hazer or he was a big like whatever it was. Man, I ain't like that dude. You gotta respect him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta respect him. So, and vice versa. Boy, I can't do nothing but come in there and be like, "Hey, boy, I thought you was dead to rights." Obama, because they met back in the back room first before they came out there.
Right.
So when they probably first saw each other, he said, "Boy, you." He probably just would throw it like, you. Boy, look at here.
So a monkey
And,
wrench
and
at
Daddy just smiled at him, telling me, "Man, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. They feeling me, dog. They feeling me." He's like, "Man, bro, they feeling you, man. Damn, boy."
He said, "You see
Damn,
me?"
you won the popular vote. Dang. He's like, "Bro, I gotta give it to you." That's what Obama said. He said, dog, I gotta give it to you. Then Donnie was like, "You know what? I'm gonna tell you, man, something. Don't let it leave this room. But I voted for you." You know what I mean? Like that's how they talk it. And so Obama looked, man, he was like, "Man, you know how this thing go, man. The way they came with that Russia with the hoax, never really gave me an opportunity, you know what I mean, to do what I was gonna do, man. So I had to protect myself." Obama like, "Yeah, man, when I wore that tan suit, bro, they gave me hell. So I can understand a little bit." He like,
I think we all know Obama didn't want Kamala to win.
you keep saying that. You keep saying that, and I only agree as far as he kind of like Eric Dickerson in that Russian record.
Yeah,
He came straight out saying like, "Hey, man, I wasn't really wanting, especially with them having 17 games now, to go ahead and get the record. Like break it when I die."
Right.
Or Walter Payton, is like, "Hey, but I in that regard, probably in his deepest.
It ain't that deep. It's surface level.
In his deepest, no, because he did everything he was supposed to do for Kamala. He did everything. He did. He hit the road. He hit the road, and I think what it was. I think his biggest thing is he wanted a process, which the pundits are saying there probably should have been a process after Joe Biden, got out of the race, instead of just giving it to her without, So
you still think either party cares about the will of the people?
No.
So what process got to do with it?
The appearance. It's all about the look. It's all about the look.
Structure.
It's all about the look. You saw last night, President Biden in his farewell speech, basically said we have an oligarchy.
That's what he said.
Now, he said it. He's like, a few rich people run this country. Straight up. He's like, "Hey, in case y'all wasn't sure, y'all was wondering, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm 81, I'm 82, so hopefully, this thing gonna pass me by. Nobody trying to throw me in jail, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. They talking about, between Elon Musk and Bezos and
Zuckerberg now.
And Mark Zuckerberg, he done jumped in and took away the restrictions off Facebook and just say, "Man, just go with it." And DEI, and look at, I saw the press conference of our governor Ron DeSantis. Basically, he had that Senate appointment, so he feeling like he's the president, so to speak, because he basically put a senator to replace Marco Rubio, who's up for Secretary of State with Ashley Moody. You know, Ashley Moody, who's the current Attorney General.
You know, I was kind of I was like, how is she the first Florida Attorney General? What happened to Janet Reno? But Janet Reno
No. She was a U.S. No, so Janet Reno was she was the state attorney, the Miami-Dade County state attorney.
Right.
So the way it works with prosecutors, in New York and other states, they're called district attorneys. Right. But you see Alvin Bragg is the district attorney for Manhattan. But there are 5 different each borough. There's a Queens DA. There's each borough has a district attorney. But here they just call it the state attorney. So Kathy Rundle is the state attorney, but her jurisdiction was just Miami-Dade County. So the attorney general for the state, that's statewide. And they don't really do criminal. They do civil. Like, so they sued over Obamacare, the opt-out of Obamacare, basically just doing the bidding of DeSantis.
Right.
So, I mean, bruh, I hate to say it, but it's nothing like a loyal woman. It's nothing like a loyal woman. And between Pam Bundy and Ashley Moody, they are loyal
to Trump,
to
the whole process,
to that whole squad, to that whole team. So there's not gonna be any pushback. Like, he's like, go after this person, they going after him. They going after him. So it's just get ready. You get your popcorn ready. Get your make sure your passports are current in case you need to slide out. You know what I mean, for a little second, because it's about to be interesting.
But we also got the TikTok ban.
Yeah, well, I never. The 19th, actually, I never got TikTok because, I'm like, hey, it's the company, the parent company is controlled. It's just a Chinese company, and it's controlled by the Chinese government. I even heard that your text messages to someone, if you're an iPhone user, and your text messages to someone who's an Android user is not encrypted, and that Chinese hackers had the ability to get, that information. So we definitely, I see it every day. I don't know about you guys, but I'm under constant attack multiple times a day via text or email. So it's like if you click, or sometimes you just get a random call, they just want you to say something so they can record your voice for AI purposes, to go in there, create whatever they create and rock with. Man, this is just a whole new world that we living with. Which
you see Trump says, "Oh, I love TikTok. I won the young by 30%."
Yeah, his son Baron, got him on TikTok, and a lot of the younger folks, and according to the interview with his wife, Baron told him about different blogs that he needed to go on, podcasts and stuff like that. So shout out to the old man for listening to his son. So I hope to be like that. My 4-year-old, like, hip me to the hip top. It's like that song, man. Oh, you ain't hip to the hip top. I got a job, baby. That's right. I got a job, baby.
Eon is supposed to. He's the one closest he wants to buy TikTok, and he's already got business in China. So they're China even feels.
Who the guy from Shark Tank, Kevin?
No, Elon Musk.
Oh, that'll be crazy that'd be crazy. I don't even know. Well, you may be able to, because Facebook bought Instagram, but at some point, probably not anytime soon. Not as long as Republicans are in control. that it'll get out of hand. But if the Democrats get control again, they'll probably treat it like Bell South and try to break it up. You know, Bell South became AT&T and all these other things because of the monopoly. So, I mean, bro,
Is it so? ESPs? Am I saying it right?
NSTs.
Internet service provider.
What are you saying?
So they
NFTs,
so it's like
non-fungible tokens.
it's like a collective of different bonds of companies. Like now, because there's this company BlackRock. They're at 11 trillion, and they made 400 billion. And it's like blockchain businesses that are like block and owned in a bond, and then people own those. Let me think of it, because it's crazy. Like I tell you, Vanguard and BlackRock now is worth $19 trillion. This is this company. They own Microsoft, they own part of Microsoft, Apple Music, everything. And they was 11 trillion last year, and they're 19 trillion this year. And
Yeah, when you start coming up with numbers that's not even in existence,
you know what I'm saying?
when you just for real, when you coming up with numbers that's not in existence, it's like, you know, when you have what's called hyperinflation. Hyperinflation, man, where you coming around with like wheelbarrow full of money just to get regular groceries that would cost you $200, but you coming in there with a wheelbarrow full of bread to try to, you know, that hyperinflation, you know, is dangerous. So they
ETFs.
what does that stand for?
Cause like, and then they got this thing, exchange trade fund, exchange traded funds, investment funds that could be bought and sold on exchange throughout the trading day. So ETFs, these are like, they made 400 billion in ETFs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the whole financial setting is like crazy the way that they're doubling, you know, through the hedge funds and all the different the money setups. Like now they got this thing called sovereign bonds. They got the African countries. The African country become free, they make them do a sovereign bond, which is still debt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why do these countries still? Why do they? And it's a sovereign bond that's still based off the dollar bill. So now when you go to Ghana, all these different African countries, that's what they're doing. They're still bringing them in debt, and they got to still pay back the debt of the bond.
Yeah, I can't speak to that because I don't know enough about that to speak to it. What else? Yo, man, check this out, man. I just left Bank of America before I came here, bro, and I had a flashback to this thing right here, where this brother goes in there to withdraw money out of his account, and lady's like, "Oh, just 1 second." So watch it, man. Man, end up.
Come this way. Put your head behind your back. Put your head behind your back.
No, got it. Is there any reason y'all doing this, bro?
Good job, bro.
Do you understand that we didn't just show up here and draw guns on you? We showed up because the call came in.
I understand.
Yeah.
Somebody fucked up. I mean, everybody.
They're writing all our names down.
You know what I'm saying? I just found out who made that call in there.
Have you ever considered speaking to them before you make a transaction like that? Have you ever had something like this happen?
But at the bank, she never said it was. Bro,
Yeah.
I said, hey, is that gonna be okay with you? She said, yeah. I put my own card in, put my own pin in. She asked to see my ID. I gave it to her.
Yeah.
And she goes in the back, and I'm waiting for the and then the people keep coming out. Hey, they taking care of you. They taking care of you.
Yeah.
It's taking a little while. They said, I hear Glocks getting pulled out. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I hear Glocks getting pulled out from my hosting. Hey, sir, can I talk to you for a minute?
Hey, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
So that exact thing happened to me today.
Today?
Yeah, right before I came in here, but it didn't result in them calling. That's, you know, again, you know, we always get a free game.
Right.
So free game for you guys to know as far as your banking institution and your facility, go to the same bank.
Right. We're so familiar with you.
Go to the same bank, bro. I don't care what I have. I can pass 10, 20 Bank of Americas but I'm going to the one on how I live. I'm going to one that's around here because when I go in there, they know me. You know, and I have to establish that.
Customer
It
service.
it ain't about the black one, the Haitian one. It's where they know you. Because I've had issues when they had the Bank of America on. I don't even know if it's still there. I think it is on Biscayne and like 40th next to the Publix. And I had issues there, and their branch manager is black. I had issues with the Bank of America on 163rd. You know, around Northeast 12th Avenue, and the bank manager is, you know, a black female. You know what I mean? It's about going to a facility where the people are familiar with you. Thank you. Because if folks are not familiar with you, you know, they're gonna have those problems. Like, you know, the lady comes in and like and I just sent this to you, Step. So when I went in there, right, I went in there with a lofty check. And when I went in there, I'm like, you know, how you doing? She's like, hello. She's like, hey, how you doing? She was like, and she's like, oh, this will only take a minute. This is gonna require my manager. So she hit the little bing. So I'm waiting. I'm sitting there chilling, like, okay, just chilling. And then manager don't show. And then she's like, oh, I'll be back. So now she done went to the back. Now I'm saying, now that's what Buddy said. That's how they was doing him. They kept saying, oh, it's okay. We'll be 1 second. But I'm just sitting there chilling because I'm like, just like him, I know I'm 1,000% legit. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait or whatever. And I'm gonna sue the hell out of them if they come with, you know, come with the BS, man. But you know, it's just one of those things. Like we tell them with law enforcement, you get stopped by the police, man. It ain't the time to whatever. It's the time to just sit back and say, man, you got it. Say you got it, because there's gonna be a time when I got it. But this ain't the time. This ain't the time. This your time right now. It's your time to shine right now, Playboy. This your time to shine right now, Playboy. Your time to shine. Now, when I see you in a month or two from now, when you're across from me and I'm asking you some questions, and you like, I don't have to answer that question or whatever. I said, yes, you do. Unless, you know, we need to go in front of the judge and make you answer the question. But that's on you. I got nothing but time. Nothing but time. You know, but when you out there with them, man, they'll come up with a reason, you know, to say you resisted or you did something, man. So it's just like, man, just go ahead. Just go ahead and let them do them, man. Say y'all go ahead and do them. Well, tell me, Step, what to the extent that you don't cooperate, what is it? You got Trump on speed dial? Like what's the thing?
I mean, I've seen stories where people over cooperated to where
we ain't saying all that.
Huh?
We ain't saying do all that.
That's why I say
No. We're saying that when you get stopped, it is just the facts, man. When you get stopped by law enforcement, so let me get this free game right now. Let me give you this free game right now.
Ask Mathis.
When you get stopped by law enforcement,
Wow.
get your license, your registration, your proof of insurance, put it on the dashboard, roll your window down, and sit back and just wait for instructions. Wait for instructions. I don't care how friendly, how nice the person is when they come initially, wait for instructions. You know, if you want to ask a question, officer, why am I being pulled over?
What's happening now in the community that I've been dealing with is they pulling them over for tent. And the front tent usually passes.
How long I've been telling them about the tents, Teddy? I've been telling them about the tents. We on our 9th year now.
And
this is our 9th year. I'm like,
understand how I felt.
Bruh.
You don't even understand how I felt because I said, son, this has been going on for 10 years.
Bro.
Like, my man got 9 tickets. He don't even drive anymore. He takes Uber. Because, in these communities, between the drive-bys, it ain't nothing but dark tent. between Lauderdale and Lauderdale Lakes.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
I had a case some years ago where there's a term called bank jigging. You know, bank jigging. I had this maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Bank jigging. So what bank jigging is basically, you know, somebody is scoping out somebody that's in the bank that's you know making a withdrawal. If you get something in an envelope, ding 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 ding, that's sign that you just got, you know, you got some cash. And so what a bank jigger is going to do is they're going to follow you when you go back to the vehicle, and they're going to follow you until, you know, best scenario is that you go to the store, you know, or you go to a restaurant, or you go somewhere before you go home, so that you know, you left your bread in the car. So while you done hit the store, they done boom. You know, they will hope that they're able to just bust your window and get the money and go.
Smash and grab.
But if you don't do that, you know, some will, you know, follow you home. And so in the course of defending one of those cases, that's when I learned like there are people, man, that you go rent cars, and then you take those cars to somebody, bro, and they'll put rims and they'll put tint. I was like, hold on, you kidding me? No. There's you know, there's people who will put temporary tents on your car, on your rental, and like rims and something like that on your car, you know, rolling around. You know, so I'm like, wow, who would go to that extent? Well, somebody go to that extent. They rent the car because they up to no good.
That's right.
You know, they up there trying to, you know, do whatever they trying to do. So you just want to be vigilant.
You know, but it's like in the community, like I said this, the last 10 years, the community went back. Because all of these things that are being attacked now are things that's 10 years old, but these people are not aware of it in the community areas, in the community bases, and they're being preyed upon.
Crime that as we know it is an endangered species, because the only crime that will go unsolved or dealt with is something where they choose not to. It's just the numbers is like waves. Like when you talk about going in there with these flash mobs and hitting a jewelry store, hitting something like that, and you come with 50 people, 100 people, and it's like, you can't get them all. You can't get them all or whatever. But there's cameras everywhere, on every house, now in the cars.
Right.
Got cameras in the cars. Everybody is, you know, their own detective, and when you have your phone, the phone has GPS in the phone, location. And then the cell phone towers say, you know, where you are, you know, where you were. Man, I saw this one dude case. He was a witness and had it was insurance fraud. And the car, you know, he was like, his car, he came up with this elaborate story involving G5, that he'd gone to G5 and met some chicks in G5, and they wanted to continue partying or whatever, and one of them just hauled ass with his car, right? But then when the insurance company came in and investigated, they see, like, you know what I'm saying, the car on the turnpike going through tolls, like the different, like just all the steps, and then where the car got burned and the whole nine, and man, bruh. And when they came back confronting them, you know what I'm saying, it was the feds. When the feds came back confronting them, you know what I mean? It's like, whoops.
So
got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, got me.
what else can we do?
That insurance claim, you know, there you go. It ain't like back in the day. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? You only had to go to one of your friends that you knew was about that life, you know, and be like, dang, man, I'm stuck in this lease. Man, I'm stuck in this lease.
You gotta go.
Man.
Say no more.
Yeah. You don't gotta say nothing.
No more,
Say
no more,
Man, I'm stuck in this lease. You know what I'm saying? One day you come out, the whip gone. Whip gone.
That's
You
it.
know what I mean? Now, nope.
Technology is called out. Have you seen the gun detection system?
Well, when there's a shooting, you know, they come out with the all the time.
They can target your location
Yeah, they come out. Bam.
just off the sound.
Yeah, they come out. Boom.
So when you shoot a gun, the frequency, what is it through the frequency? How are they doing that?
No, it's they triangulate your position by they instituted in Pompano, where it's basically a system of a bunch of microphones on different buildings all across the city. So when you make a gunshot, all the different microphones can pick it up and triangulate the exact position that you made the gunshot.
Like the look, boom, he's right here.
Yep, he's right here. And there's a whole system of people who's dissecting the signal to see if it was an actual gunshot.
If it was a firework.
Yeah, if it make a firework, they can tell the sound, the pitch, and to see if it's and they'll get to you. They'll find you out instantly.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. Yep, it's a lot of that going
that's
on.
what I'm saying, and that's bad because these criminals, they don't know these things, so they're just out there being fed.
Well,
to the
no,
slaughter.
but I'm saying enough of them get arrested, it gets around. Like we're telling them right now. We're telling them right now.
This is new, right? We're telling them now.
We're
So
telling
everybody's like,
we're telling
the
them.
prisoner like, hey, boy, you know, hey, I know you called to talk to me about that, but let me tell you what Mathis said. Let me tell you what Mathis said.
We telling them right now. I was talking to my homeboy who at the facility down south. He's like, you know, say, man, bro, we watch it when we get the chance. So I didn't know we was in the prison. I knew about the jails. I didn't know we in the prison down there. He's like, yeah, man, we watch it when we get the time. But he's like, man, one dude in here, man, he like, it's his TV. He talking about, man, he had like, I'm gonna try to slide in there, man. Try to slide in the room early, man, and try to get it on, man. But dude act like it's his TV, you know. And he's like, what they own is they want to keep it on the Spanish channel because you know the Spanish channel had the girls. You know what I mean? They don't know what they talking about.
The host,
they don't know what they talking about.
The camera ladies,
I don't know what they talking about, but on there. So man, bring something up about this. You said politicizing even the fire, and which brings me, man, to the mayor of L.A. Karen Bass. Remember, she was a congresswoman, and then she went back, you know, ran for mayor of and bruh, she getting the business, man. So LA mayor was at an embassy cocktail party in Ghana as Palisades fire exploded. So man, bruh, she getting the business, man, right now. She getting the business. And what matter of fact, I saw, you know, how they asked Biden the question at the end of the press conference. They caught her like that. And bruh, she didn't have anything to say. Yeah, nothing to say. What's this? Oh, bruh, this right here. This story right here, man, bruh. You talking about, man, just people who drink too much. Look at the old man, bro.
Look at him. He look ready too.
Look at the old man. That's the old man.
From the way he's running his boots.
Bro, run this story, man. The old man, bro. He in there getting the liquor. And look what he ended up doing, bro.
Got that shit.
Man, bro.
Oh,
Killed
man.
4 people. Look at this dude, man.
Whoa.
This man is just, bruh.
Damn.
Bruh. 4 people, man. And look what a car is. Oh, man, bruh. That, you know, and I just saw on the, I just saw earlier today that they just got a guy who was asleep at the wheel. They had to break the window. They had to break the window to get in the car. Car was running, and his foot was just on the brake. His foot was just on the brake, and the officer came out and said, in his 35 years law enforcement experience, never seen somebody. The dude's blood alcohol level 0.538, 6 times the legal limit. He said, bro, I'd never seen somebody with a blood alcohol content that lived. Dude was just there. But he just, got arrested, man. That's fortunate that all he did was get arrested and not kill nobody, bro. 0.53, you done. All right, man. Steph, you on the death thing today. So this, man, this the Uber driver, man. Like, Uber driver get killed, man. Look at the dude. Why would you if you drive Uber or Lyft, why don't let nobody in? I don't care if it's
Like that.
5 degrees below zero, bruh. Don't let look at this person, man, coming in. It's like,
Yeah. How are you today?
this young lady let this dude come
Prosecutors
in.
played
He's
what could be their
masked,
most
hooded
compelling
up.
evidence against Calvin Crew. 20 minutes of dash cam footage from Christy Spacuzza's Uber, showing the last moments her family will see her alive. Police say this is Calvin Crew getting into the back seat of Spacuzza's Uber. His hood is up and he's wearing an all-black face mask that covers all but his glowing eyes. He sits still, only muttering a word or two. 10 minutes into the ride, Spacuzza cheerfully asks,
Did you have a good day today?
He mumbles, and Spacuzza says, that's good. 18 minutes into the ride, police say Crew inches to the middle of the back seat and then pulls out a gun, grabs Spacuzza's ponytail, and presses the pistol to the back of her head.
What are you doing?
This is the gun. Keep driving.
No, it's not. Stop. Come on, man. I got a family. What are you
I got a
doing?
family too. Now drive.
What are you doing?
Drive.
Please stop.
Drive the car, man.
I have 4 kids. What are you doing?
Detectives on the case say the video was heart-wrenching to watch, but acknowledge it could be key to getting justice for Christy Spacuzza and her family.
She tried to reason with him and try to plead to his humanity.
Knowing what's coming, watching what Crew is doing, without Christina even knowing what's coming.
When the dash cam footage is ripped off the windshield, the ride doesn't end. What we don't see, police say Christy Spacuzza was forced to drive for another hour while Crew accessed her financial apps like Venmo, PayPal, Dollar Bank, and Square.
No.
We will never know what Spacuzza went through on the rest of that ride, or how else she tried to fight for her life. But we do know the ending in the video that sadly can never be rewound.
Hi, Fortunea. How are you today?
Prosecutors played what could be their most compelling evidence against Calvin Crew.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And then I guess the other thing I sent you, Step, man, involving the dude who committed suicide after going through the drive-through of this coffee shop, bruh. I never heard of this coffee shop, but they got a coffee shop. They call it the Hooters, the Hooters version of Starbucks. You know, it's Bikini Beans. You ever heard of that? Bikini Bean? So, I mean, I guess it's like a naked car wash, but they provide. Look at this clown, man. This dude, what he going through, man? He goes through the drive-through, and then the manager come out like, hey, you don't even know that it's, like what it is. Like, she's so calm. She just come out like, man, sir, you can't get up out of here. He just roll. He just roll out, man. But this dude is like, what these people doing? Look at him, bro.
Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Daddy,
Hi, how are
you
you?
heard that before?
Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir.
No, that's just too much. You can't do that.
I can see you having done something in the car and then, trying to go and get something out the drive through and you don't have the intent. You don't have the intent to, expose yourself. It's just you want to get some need.
I mean, when I've done it, it was directly to do it. I can't do it like that. That's terrible. Because they don't know it's coming. And even though they don't know it's coming, but still when it's in front of them and they see you, the gesture, and they don't run, then they know what's going to be the end result.
Oh, that's so strange.
Bro,
he
killed himself. Yeah, he
Right
killed
after
himself. That dude was married with a kid.
He killed himself after doing that.
Yeah, married with a kid.
That's crazy.
Married with a kid, bro. That's man. Go to church.
So he got embarrassed because they saw him doing it, or
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's weird.
I don't know, man. But go to church, man. Get a relationship with God, man.
I'm gonna tell you. Last week, some Ed Haynes called me about the video about the guy that told the judge to give him the video.
Yeah.
Like Ed called me like, yo, where did that come from? Like that, like so you've been doing your thing with these videos.
That's Florida, man. That's Florida. But this your boy get ready to go to trial. ASAP Rocky. So comes out that he's not married to Rihanna.
What?
It's common law.
Well,
it's
common law. Okay, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't no.
If they was in Georgia, they showed me to
Yeah. So I mean, that's the only thing I guess, if anything, is that. And then the stuff on Wendy Williams, bro. You want to play that stuff, man? Wendy Williams, she basically, it reminds me of Britney Spears, who was under conservator, and so Wendy Williams, man, she's talking. So let's see what she got to say. That's her niece. Lexington. She lived on the roof.
My life is like up.
Yeah.
Alex, do you think that there'll be some type of retaliation from the Guardian because of maybe this phone call or because of wow.
We talked about that. My aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
Yeah. And, you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months and the last 2-3 years.
Wow.
What the hell?
Like, she can get moved and we may not even know where she is.
Wow.
That was the reality.
Yeah. My life is like.
Diddy did it.
Man, I sent you some more because it's if you go, I sent you probably like 3 where she talk about Diddy. You say Diddy done.
Diddy did it.
You say Diddy done.
Diddy's the reason why she ain't on the radio no more. So
that's the other maybe. Yeah.
If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
First of all, to start with, my niece Alex knows a lot as well, but I am not cognitively impaired, you know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in New York City, right? And Alex, you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison. This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this, not Wendy, because you're there, it's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window.
And, excuse me, through my money, I had this person buy the TV, the kind of TV I like, through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage. And by the way, that was to sell my apartment. But anyway.
Is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to, your guardian?
Yes.
Well, Sabrina Morrissey is her name. A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your
Did you see that
condition, and I'm putting
documentary?
condition in air quotes.
Sad.
You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
Me and the person that you were just talking about, this guardian person, we watched that 4-part thing on TV together. She was the one who wanted to do that. So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down, and I saw her. I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Look, this system is broken. This system that I'm in, this system has falsified a lot. You know what I'm saying?
They said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Do I seem that way?
You've been calling me 5 times a day for the last 2 weeks. No, you don't seem that way.
I just want to underscore what you were saying, Charlene, as well. And that is, this is still a legal situation. So yes, there are things that my aunt just can't talk about. Yeah. There are things that we as a family can't talk about.
That's right.
But I think that the thing that we can talk about is the fact that my aunt sounds great. Yes. I've seen her in a very limited capacity, but I've seen her. We're talking to her. This does not match an incapacitated person.
Not at all.
That's why we say she's in like a luxury prison. Yes. Because she is being held and she is being punished. All I'm saying is just treat the woman with dignity.
Absolutely.
And give her the freedoms that she deserves.
Well, let's say what Wendy wants. Wendy wants to be, released out of this conservatorship, but she wants to be in Miami with her family, with you, Alex, and with the rest of the family. Her son, she wants to be in Miami. She's made this known. She's told everybody she needs to tell. I don't know why it's not happening.
Let me just say about Miami, okay? The entire family now lives in Miami, and my son is doing such a great job. He graduated, and I was in Miami, and that was about a month ago.
Yep.
Alex, talk about the great time that we had and seeing my dad. We all went out and had like a party at one point.
Yeah.
Your dad's going to be 94 next month, right?
Listen,
that's a whole nother conversation.
94, that's a whole nother thing. Like, I don't know whether I'm allowed to fly to Miami to say happy birthday to my dad. To get him, well, that person that you talk about who's holding me hostage.
Sabrina Morrissey, your guardian. We got to say her name. We got to put her name out there.
I don't know that she's going to let me because she already said to see my dad for his birthday. He's going to be 94. So, and please continue to talk, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah. She may not be able to come down here for my grandfather's 94th birthday. Every day is not promised.
Right.
One thing that I know that my aunt wanted, and we talked about this ad nauseum, she wants to be here for his birthday. Wow. And the fact that they are playing games about my grandfather being able to see his daughter and my aunt being able to see her father, I'm sorry. That is just absolutely sickening.
Like, I'm exhausted thinking about, what if I can't see my dad for his birthday? At 94, the day after that is not promised. It's not promised. I have things for my dad that's in storage. And they're little things.
I mean, wow. That lets you know, man, mental illness is real. For years, man, whenever, I didn't have court or something like that, especially during COVID, like 10 a.m. was must-see TV, to see what was going on with Wendy. And then, as far as, as it hits home, her brother and her dad are in my chapter. They're both alphas down here. So I see the dad. I probably see him Sunday at the MLK service, and I see her brother. I see them. And I know, man, it's not something that you discuss or talk to them about, but the family, they going through it, man. They're really going through it. So keep them in your prayers, man. But there's something, man, that folks not even talking about, man. They not even talking about, bruh, the president of South Korea was arrested.
Right.
300 cops.
Right. They went to
300 cops, bro. They scaled
the wall,
compound, the walls, and went in there, man, and took him into custody. 300 of them, man. Why is
Yeah.
that not spread across
They have
our
it.
airwaves?
Yeah, I've seen it a little bit though. I seen.
Where'd you
they
see
showed,
it?
They showed it on TV, CNN. I think they showed them how they went in and they
I didn't
killed
see
and all
it.
that.
Maybe because I've been watching as much as I haven't been watching as much as I had been, but
Yeah, they showed that. I wanna show you this thing. Remember I told you we got this Oceans of Soul. I got it right there, Step. You can look. We've been putting this thing together. It's the first black event, urban event in Fort Lauderdale, and over the weekend they had the situation where they saw that on the website it said black event, and they said, "Oh, that's not right. You know, we're going to look at all your artists now. You can't have no rap." So the actual people from the beach told the city of Fort Lauderdale, "Well, that's not right because Tortega had Ludacris, and so why are you saying you're being racist to them?" So they put a story in the Sun Sentinel. City attempts to censor festival. So now my man Greg, he's 6'8", and he's dealing with these people by himself, doing all this stuff. And he comes back, "Hey man, they said that it's we got urban," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's the key word for black." And then he came back. We went to the meeting, and now the people in the neighborhood, they defended us, saying that the city is being racist. So they wanted us to do it on September 6th now. But now, since this happened, they gave us back the original date that Tortuga took, supposedly, in the 6th through the 9th in December. And the city's like giving us everything. Because I told Greg, don't get, they want you to be upset, but don't be upset. You know what I'm saying? As long as you stay quiet, they're going to just give you things. So now
Stop right there for heck's sake. I'm sorry.
We got the event now
right there
back on in December, but it's just the politics that we're going through with Fort Lauderdale, and the people of Fort Lauderdale Beach is actually coming to our defense, and they're the ones that, when you see white people call other white people racist, and it's right on the top of the Sun Sentinel, like they made on Sunday. So I just want to bring everybody to check out the Ocean of Soul Jazz Festival we got coming up, and I'll give you all more details, but right now it's a lot of situations we're going through with that.
Yeah, so this is our future Secretary of Defense. A drunk, a womanizer, but he's a soldier.
That's right. He's a veteran. Jack, he's a veteran, Jack. Don't get it twisted.
Check it out. It's like, hey, would you hire someone? It was like, fake news. Would you hire someone who had done this? Fake news, anonymous sources. Oh no, not anonymous. And then this dude down here is like, how many squats? How many push-ups did you do? Like, okay, man. Like this, I'm here for it, bro. That's because that's my default position. I'm here for it. I'm here for it all, bro. I'm here for it all. We have a 4-star general who is the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a black man right now, that they saying is not qualified. He's a DEI hire. But tell me what he qualified to do.
Well, number one, he's Caucasian, and we're tired of these.
There you go.
Taking their jobs.
Man, you got to watch. I told you I'd be on the Western Channel.
Right.
You got to watch Cheyenne, man. Cheyenne is my new favorite show.
CH or SH?
CH. Cheyenne,
like
bro.
Indians,
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Right.
Here is my new favorite. Man, yesterday I'm watching one of the episodes yesterday, right? Where Cheyenne, with a it's a team of like 6 of them, and they got all this cattle, and they trying to get the cattle to Dodge City, and the first ones to get them to Dodge City, they're gonna get a bonus. They're the first ones to get there. So Cheyenne driving the people hard, and so now his men, they're like, you better pay up. We're out of here, man. What gets off of you? He's like, you ain't gonna do nothing till the job is done. right? And so you know they about to turn on him. So um, so as they're going, you know, he's having to hide from his crew, but they're like, "Have you seen him?" I'm like, no, he's like a ghost. He shows up here and there, whatever. And then they talking about him. They around the fire. Like, anybody seen Cheyenne? No, I hadn't seen him since the last time. And then he just pop up at the campfire, like, "What's up?" They all looking at him. And the father died of the and his daughter, she shows up. She rides in big time. Like, "Well, where is this Cheyenne guy? I got a piece of your mind or whatever." He's like, "Ma'am, until we get to Dodge City, you know what I'm saying? I'm in control of this and in control of the men. So you feel free to tag along, just stay out the way, right?" And I'm watching it. I'm just sitting there like, I like Cheyenne, and I think that's why they like Pete Heston. Cheyenne is about 6'5", and he got the like the, what do you call it, the skin with the things coming down with the little strings falling. He with the tassels, and it's like suede, like light skin suede, and he like big back, man. His whole back is like the wall, bruh. He huge like Superman. It's in black and white. He's like Superman, and everybody else, these little folks or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, who's gonna try it? Who's gonna Cheyenne?" So the lady, he ended up telling the lady that he killed her little brother, and he was 12. Because when they drove in, and he got the bonus. Like, she got a bonus because she owned the ranch, and then he got $1,000 bonus because he was the head of it. So he took his money, and she looked at him. She was hating on him, and then he showed up. She told all the other men who they went through with it. They got the cattle there first. They won the prize. The mayor drove out, gave them their prize, and paid, and was like, "Y'all come at 7:00 to get your wages," right? And he had promised them a bonus if they made it first. That's why he drove them so hard. So he showed up to the crib, to the hotel where she was staying, about 6:00. She's still mad at him, and he knocked on the door, and she counting the money, that she about to pay for the wages. But then he's like, "It's Cheyenne," so she put the money in the drawer. She hid the money, and then he come in, and she's like, "You here for your pay?" I told him 7:00. He was like, "No, I'm not here for my pay." But then he comes and hands her the envelope with $1,000 in it. It's like, "Yeah, if you had stopped cackling and let me finish, I would have, given you this." And she's like, "Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" Like, whatever. And then that's when he admitted, like, I killed your little brother. By act, like, I told him to pick up a buffalo rifle, and he picked it up by the muzzle, the wrong end, and it went off and it shot itself or whatever. And he was like, "Your dad never held it against me, but you know what I mean, like, here, gave the money back or whatever, and I just be riding along," right?